Hey guys, it's Pakijin, and I am here with a brand new mobile game just released at the end of January called Colloquial. And basically, what Colloquial is it's an educational game app that teaches Japanese speakers how to speak English. So for us English speakers, this theoretically should be a walk in the park. But of course, it is written in mostly Japanese, so if you have a good foundation of Japanese, that'd be very helpful. If anything, this app is a really good way to practice your Japanese, and if you're interested in translation later on, this would be a good way to just level up, really, and to practice. So, recommended if you decide you want to play this. There is like a lot of translation going on. You should probably learn hiragana and katakana first. It's also going to teach you a lot of kanji in this game, so I would suggest looking up that stuff before you start. Also, as a disclaimer, there is a lot of English in this game, since it is teaching people how to speak English, and these are done by Japanese seiyus. And as awesome as it is to have an all-star cast for this game, it doesn't save them from having very interesting English. The only one who has like a very good English accent is Murase Ayumu, which I found out he was born in LA, so that's probably part of the reason why, I don't know. But if you dislike listening to English, like if it grates on your ears a little bit, maybe this game isn't for you. But if you think English is kind of funny to listen to, then you're going to love this game. So enough about that. That was just a little background. So let's go ahead and just start the game. I've already gone through the tutorial, so we're not going to go through that. But basically, quick synopsis of the story, at least from what I've gathered. You're playing this girl who her parents are either not there or they're dead. I'm not entirely sure, but you're being taken care of by a couple of teachers, and I guess your parents wanted to start a school, but basically there's this what's it called, there is a device where you put the goggles on, and I guess it takes you through digital courses on how to speak English, but I'm guessing you're expanding the school because it sounds like you're in debt from your parents. So you're basically trying to keep their dream on. So this is the home screen, obviously. Not too big a deal. I have Junichi Suabe's character as my home screen right now, mainly because he was the only SR that I had for a while. But real quick, I'm just going to run through some of the stuff here. We do have an AP bar up here, which deals with your life, like any mobile game. Luckily, each AP point restores after 1 minute, so that kind of helps. You have coins, I'm not sure what you do with that yet, and you have diamonds, which are your gacha currency. So here you got your mail, or you got your announcements. This isn't really the mail. You got the maintenance announcements, and then these other things. You got events, campaigns. I'm not quite sure what this kanji is yet, so I'm not going to harp on that. You got your gifts that you earn while you're playing the game. So since I don't have any right now, like if you hit this button, this blue button right here, it collects everything. So it should be pretty easy. You don't have to spend too much time there. Here is where when you do all of your lessons, it actually keeps track of like the phrases that you end up learning, which, you know, is not a big deal, so I'm not going to harp on that, really. Really just rushing to get to this, not the story, but the lessons. I already did that. And I haven't played around with this microphone yet, but I heard that you can actually talk to your characters, so I'm going to try that. Actually, I'll try it now. Why don't I? Okay, I don't know. But that's it for the home screen, really. We're going to go to the lessons. This first tab, this red one, is the events tab. So right now they're having this campaign because the game just started, so that you can just go through here, do some lessons, and you get some really easy diamonds so that you can pull. The tutorial does automatically give you a 10 pull at first, and I'm not sure if an SR is guaranteed, but I ended up getting an SR. From my, I understand the rankings go N, R, S, SR. I haven't seen an S yet. I'm guessing there's an S, because that's usually what happens, but I don't know. No, wait. No, there is no S. I lied. Yeah, I don't know where that came from. But that's your events. This blue tab right here, which you end up on default, is actually the main lesson. So you'll go through here, you'll learn, you'll go through the lessons, really. I was like, you'll learn stuff. You can build your team in the class tab down here. And if you want, you know, there are ways to unlock challenges. The challenges are basically your test on what you've learned in the lessons. But to unlock those challenges, you have to make sure that you have this team member here in your team. So if I use this one, I don't have you in it. So I'm not going to get the challenge or the ability to unlock that challenge. I'll run you through a quick lesson, just show you what it's like. That's the thing that you're attached to the goggles and it'll take you into the course. I'm guessing these are digital courses. Lesson start. So first question. This is where you're really going to need your Japanese skills because obviously you have to go from Japanese to English. So in here it says Ohayo gozaimasu. So a lot of us know that means good morning. So yep, and it'll say it. You can hear the English here. You'll also have the ability to put the sentences together. Sometimes you get sometimes you end up getting the same phrases in one lesson, which kind of makes it easier. But you know, this part's really easy because you just need to know how to put together an English sentence. You're also, you know, your characters also have the abilities to use skills, and they just kind of unlock on their own as you keep playing. Here, what the skills do is they actually remove options so that you can, you know, it just narrows it down like 50-50. For this one in particular, if you look here, it says 2. That means it's going to take away 2 options. But if I use Rintaro, his says 1, so it'll only take away 1 option. So the weather today is great, isn't it? So it's going to be 今日はいい天気ですね. Also, I took 4 years of Japanese, so, you know, don't get frustrated. That's the one thing I want to say. If you want to learn Japanese from this, you got to make sure that you read the Japanese if you're trying to get your composition down and everything. But don't ever feel frustrated. If you feel frustrated, you're not going to learn anything. Just keep an open mind. But 今日はいい天気ですね. Luckily, I do know the kanji for tenki, so there's that. Okay, so I didn't know you garden. So this is where it gets really tricky. Even I have a hard time with this, is when you have to put the sentence together in Japanese. So, yeah, that's going to take some practice. Good luck with that. I'm going to use my skill just to see what it does here. So, oh, okay, so it places it. That's nice. Deshita. Question 5. Okay, so the pink sentence is what you need to make, and then obviously the English sentence is what you're trying to put it together. I've wanted to try it for a while. And so there are some like quiz formats that they didn't go over in this lesson, but you should be able to figure it out from there. Obviously, as you go up in the lessons, they're gonna start introducing more kanji because they're gonna start introducing more vocabulary in English. So just be patient with that. I actually have, since this is on my tablet, I have Google Translate on my phone, and I write in the kanjis that I don't know. And that's a good way to start learning and building your kanji vocabulary. So those are the lessons, and like I said, if you have these characters that are on the right with you during that lesson, you're able to unlock a challenge. So this green tab, which is not normally green, but the one all the way on the right, is where the challenges are, and you'll earn 10 diamonds per lesson done. And it's pretty much the same thing. Actually, I'll take you through this because the challenges are the ones that it'll utilize what you learned in the lesson and it'll put it into a story format, which is kind of cute. And you can listen to all of the seiyus speak in English.
Good morning.
And obviously, Kaname, the redhead, is Murase Ayumu. You could tell from his voice accent.
Good morning.
Namikawa Daisuke is you.
The weather today is great, isn't it?
It is. On days like this, you can really enjoy gardening more.
So here, what is going to happen is you have this phrase right here, and you have the translation of it in English. What you got to do is you have to let the game know if it's the same meaning. So gardening is talking about how I didn't know that you garden. So obviously the translation is correct. So to say that it's correct, you're going to hit the blue button. If it's not the same meaning, you're going to hit this red button. And every time you answer it correctly, it's going to give you the voice sample of it, so you could listen to it later if you really want to listen to it again.
It's wonderful to see the flowers you took care of bloom.
And it's going to take you through 2 questions each challenge. This is the right meaning, so blue.
If you'd like, we could garden together.
Thank you.
Yep.
I've wanted to try it. For what?
This wink, man. Okay, so that is the end of the challenge. So, pretty straightforward. And I did not unlock anything else. I thought I would. So there's that. The classes, when you go to the class. Team is obviously where you could put your team together. Like right now, I ended up doing a poll right before I did this video, and so I got Kaname, and I also got Yuya. So, so that is my team. You pretty much, I mean, you have all of these slots that you can make. You can mix and match them, especially when you're trying to get your challenges unlocked. So pretty straightforward. Card. I'm pretty sure you're able to upgrade these somehow, but I'm not entirely sure. The special cards do have special episodes. When you, like, as you keep going, you'll end up unlocking them. I am not entirely sure how that happens yet. So, yeah. Yep. You just go through all the characters there. Gotcha. Because I'm sure that's why everybody is here. But really, there's not much to the gacha. It's like any other gacha game. Right now, they are doing a release campaign since the game just started. So, with 2,500 diamonds, you can do a 10 pull and get one of these 5 boys. There are only 5 right now, but they are adding more characters as time goes on. So it's really up to you if you want to save your diamonds for a character that may or may not come on later. I know they have an oncoming list of seiyus that are coming on, like Wingu, Tsubasa Yonaga, Sato Takuya, Kappei Yamaguchi, which I was really surprised about because he played Inuyasha, and Shinichi from Detective Conan, and I didn't know that he was active outside of Conan at this point. But there's also the basic gacha, which is pretty straightforward. Yeah, and I haven't done it yet. Story. There is a story, like I talked about earlier. You're basically trying to keep the school alive, from what I understand. I actually haven't unlocked very much of the story yet. And it doesn't look like there's... No! It doesn't look like there's very much of it either. But luckily, the whole story is fully voiced, which is awesome. That makes things a whole lot easier when it comes to translation, and it really makes use of the all-star Seiyu cast. So, story, you know, you got your side stories for your boys. Because I have this guy's special story, I'm pretty sure this is his story for that. For his SR card. But like, oh, maybe they all have it now. This is different. Okay, so Yu does not have one yet. because I don't have a special card for him yet. So that's pretty straightforward. You got the event stories, which we don't really have an event yet, so nothing's there. Shop.
買い物するんですか?
Shop, you can buy your diamonds, you could buy items, which is like tickets so that you can restore your life. So it's pretty straightforward. VIP tickets, I don't even know what this is for yet. I didn't even know that there were VIP tickets until I did my pull this last one. And it looks like you get a VIP ticket whenever you pull a repeat. So it's probably something to do with that. Menu. So you got your help. On this blue one, this doesn't sparkle. Oh, it does sparkle. I just need to press in the right spot. Settings, items, the opening movie. If you haven't seen the opening movie, it's really cute. It's sung in English by Murase Ayumu and Japanese by Ono Kensho. So, yeah, it's on YouTube if you don't want to install this game just to see it. Data transfer, albums, I'm guessing there's credits, link to Twitter, and more information. So, this game is pretty straightforward. There's really not much to it, but it is a lot of education. If you want to practice, there's that. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to comment in the comments below. But I will see you around the mobile game community. I hope you guys end up playing, and I hope you guys end up learning a lot. So I'll see you later. Bye.